Hello, this message is for the family of Trevon Martin, and it is also to the world and his killer. Trevon Martin was a young male that was killed for no reason at all. It was a reason that could have been completely prevented, and God is using Trevon's death in a very, very, very big way. So to Trevon's mother especially, and to his family, and to all of the people in the worldwide community who are sticking up for this random, senseless death, God is using that for a reason. And to his killer, I hope you are watching this, because I'm not only speaking for me, but for all of the people who have heard what you have had to say and heard the 911 call, and all agree that all of the pieces of this particular puzzle do not make sense. Let me tell you why. A 17-year-old kid who had a can of iced tea that I buy all the time, they're 99 cents, and a bag of Skittles, walking in a neighborhood with his hoodie on. In the 911 call, the people on the phone, the 911 operator, told you to stay in your car. We're all given choices in life. You had a choice to follow the directions of what the person had to say, because uniformed officers were on the way. That's why you called them, right? You made a choice to not stay in the car, which led you to approach someone that you had already profiled as a danger to the community that you were, quote unquote, watching. Then you went up on this person, and instead of saying, "Hey, I was just wondering, do you live in this neighborhood? Because I'm the neighborhood watchman," you in some way found a way to shoot this person. And not only shoot this person, but kill this person, which you did. You had a choice to handle the situation a different way, but because you were armed, you shot him. That was the choice that you made. Now, what makes you guilty is you had every opportunity, you had multiple opportunities to make a different choice, but you didn't. But because you made the choice that you did, now a life has been taken from this world that was way too young to be taken, and it wasn't yours to take. He's gone. You have made not any apologies to the family, to the mother that is hurting so bad, which shows that you don't care about what you did. You don't care that a mother is senselessly hurting and paining for the life of her child that she will never get back. That is what makes you guilty. You had choices. You didn't have a choice. You had multiple choices to change the situation, and yet you didn't. So to you, I hope that this case does go to trial, and I hope that the facts do get proven and you are found guilty. But in God's eyes, and in the eyes of millions of other people, you were already guilty, because we don't need a trial to know what we know, and to feel what we feel, and to realize that all of the facts don't add up. There is way too much doubt, which is why you should have been arrested in the first place. To Trevon's mother, I was there at the rally in Miami, Florida. I listened to everyone speak. I listened to you speak. And I am so sorry from the bottom of my heart that someone in this day and age would do something so senselessly and not even have the heart to say to you, to your face, or even give you a phone call and say, hey, I'm sorry for what I did. It should never have happened. I'm truly sorry from the depths of my heart that I have taken your son's life. So I'm saying it not for him, but from everybody. A person who you do not know, a person who stood not even 10 feet from you, because God moved me from that crowd, and I made my way up to the stage, and I was about 10 feet away from you. And right before you got up to speak, I left the stage and I went to go rejoin my party. I was on stage when Reverend Jesse Jackson was speaking. And right after that, you spoke, and the other family members. And when you were speaking, I was right in front of you. And I took a picture of you speaking on how a mother feels to have her child, her baby, ripped from this reality. But I want to let you know, which I know your faith and your belief in God is strong, but God wants you to know that He's okay. And I know you already know that He's okay, but He's with you right now, and God is using him in a way that is greater than his death. And it's in a way that you have already seen has brought so many hearts and minds together, much like a lot of the lives that have been used for a positive effort that have been snuffed from our reality, like Martin Luther King, who had a dream that things like this wouldn't happen, especially so many years after his death, yet they continue. And I'm so sorry for that. Also, I would like to say that I have been visited by extraterrestrial beings. I know how crazy this sounds, but it is definitely not crazy to me because it's my reality. And God has spoken to me, and He's been speaking to me all of my life. I have a very close relationship with God, and I never expected anything like this to happen, but it has changed my reality in the greatest aspect of the word. And I do have footage of them. They have been with me since February 26th of this year, and they continue to be with me to this day. And it is August 9th. August 9th. It's April the 9th of this year. So they've been with me for over a month, and I think that they will continue to be with me because they are here for a reason. The United States government has been saying that extraterrestrials do not exist for a very, very long time, when they have known that they exist for a very long time. Therefore, that leads me to believe that, like a person who lies to you, you lose trust in them in a very big way, which a lot of the American people do not trust the American government anyway. But because I know for a fact that extraterrestrial beings do exist, I have seen their ships with my own eyes. I have felt their presence with my own eyes. I have communicated with them telepathically with my own being. I have spoken to them, which it's a telepathic thing, so I can speak to them in thoughts, or I can speak to them with my voice, and they communicate with me telepathically. It is a very strange scenario, but I just came from outside and they were there. You all have seen them, and you didn't even know it. They hide in the clouds. They shape the clouds. They move the clouds in certain shapes and representations all the time, letting us know that they are there. However, they only are seen when they want to be seen, and sometimes on accident. And you have to really, really know how to see them when they cloak themselves in order to know that they are there. And what I mean by cloaking, their technology is probably billions of years ahead of ours. So when they cloak themselves, it's like looking at something, it's like looking at the clouds or at the sky, and you are just seeing the clouds or the sky. But when they cloak themselves, if you know how to look, you start to see that there's subtle differences. And it's like the light wraps around and bends, and you're seeing a mirror image. And then when you really see it, you start to see little things spinning around in the clouds to hide behind them or shape them. They can manipulate the clouds. They can manipulate the wind. They can make their own clouds, which look different from ours. They are darker. I guess they are what, for thousands of years, the Mayans and other old civilizations, the Indians even in this country, from years past, have called the light people. And if you listen to what these old civilizations have had to say about the light people, they will return. And I don't know how long they've been here. I just know that they came to me on February 26th and literally showed me that I had a purpose, that I was chosen for something. And what that something is something I think I have known for a very, very long time. Because when I was 11 years old, I asked God, and I have asked God ever since, to use me in a way that would change the world. And never did I expect that it would be in this way. I have always believed in other life, because there's no possible way that there are over 100 million galaxies in the world or in the universe, and we are the only intelligent life. That makes absolutely no sense at all. And no one has to believe what I'm saying as of right now, because we have been trained to believe what we see and not what we hear, unless we have factual information. Just look at all of the factual information that we do have from cultures that are non-existent. However, they did things back then that we can't even do today, and they had no modern technology, yet they created massive structures that exist thousands of years later. So when you really think about it, if they could do these things thousands of years ago with no modern technology, yet they have done them, and we can't even create these things that they created thousands of years ago today. I think that's pretty factual information, if you ask me. I'm very hurt and upset with the fact that the United States government and other governments have lied to the public, the people of the world, because they want control. They want to know more than anybody else because it is an influence of control. And maybe they are worried about disrupting the fabric of life, but really, you're disrupting the fabric of life by lying to your people. And it has been put to me that we are living our lives in a way that we aren't supposed to live our lives. We are supposed to be a different kind of people with an elevated state of mind that would have put us as a civilization on this planet that would be multiple times faster and smarter and more innovative, creative, artistic than we are today. So we are behind big time. And when these beings spoke to me, they didn't have any faith in humanity and what it's become. And I told them, I said, humanity is bad, but there is good in humanity. And people every day are waking up, more and more waking up. It's called the awakening. And if you are a person who has experienced an awakening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I told them that the power of the human spirit will always rise above what the disgraceful negative forces on this planet choose and want to do, which is enslave the good and take over as a dominant power to have complete control. And most of these negative forces are very, very good at what they do. However, they don't realize that good in the end usually triumphs and rises above what is bad and dark on this planet. So to Trevon's mother, I want to extend again a sincere apology. This man killing your son, I don't even know you. And like so many other people who don't even know you or your family, I know that I'm connected to you, just as I'm connected to every person on this planet, just as I'm connected to this earth, just as I'm connected to the animals, the plants, and the trees. We are all one. And if one hurts, we all hurt. And that's the fact that most of us really, really don't realize. But that is the fact that these beings, which I have already felt this way, but these beings have put to me and changed my perception in a way that is greater than this earth. Not only am I connected to you who's watching this, I'm connected to my family, I'm connected to my friends, I'm connected to their friends whom I don't know. I'm on Facebook, so I'm connected to over 800 million people, and obviously millions of them I don't know through a virtual online application. I am connected to this planet. I am connected to all of the animals in this planet. I am connected to the seas. I am connected to everything that this planet has to offer. You are connected to everything that this planet is, was, and will be. But not only are we connected to that, we are connected to everything that is this universe, what we know and what we don't know. We have fallen so far from who we are meant to be as a people on this planet that even these extraterrestrial beings have little to no faith in us. But for some reason, they have chosen me, and they have faith in me. And I study them just as much as they study me. And I know all of this seems very, 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 very unreal. And you may think that I have to be crazy to be thinking like this. But I'm not. And I know without a doubt that what I'm saying is true. And I have complete and utter faith in God. And I've been experiencing things that makes my life so much like a sci-fi movie that it completely blows my mind in ways that it gives me the chills. And I remember on that first day that they were showing me everything that they were showing me, I started to have fear creep in and I started to freak out. But what kept me from freaking out is me. I had a choice to make. Do I let myself be afraid and run away from what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing, what I'm feeling, or do I see it through? And I made the choice to push the fear away and see it through. And I'm glad that I made that choice, because I didn't completely understand everything that first night that they came. But studying them over the next few weeks and even now, I realized more and more of what they were trying to show me, and being able to see them more and more. And they want to be seen. They want to connect with us, but we're not ready for that yet. And I understand why as well, because we have been made to fear something like them coming down to earth, that it would create massive havoc and panic if they just showed themselves. And that's why they won't come and connect with us in a way that we have always wanted and wished for. And that is the only way that they will come down and actually make their presence known, is if we realize that we are being controlled at a great grand scale of massive manipulation from the powers that be on this planet than we even realize. So with this message, I need for everybody that is watching it to pass it on, but more than pass it on. Wake up and realize that you need to stop hating and bringing forth negativity on your fellow man, because your fellow man is connected to you and you are connected to them in greater ways than you have no idea. Me being in Miami, I know that I'm connected to the person in China that's watching this, the person in Europe that's watching this, my friends in Germany, people that I don't know, South America. I'm connected to all of you. And the best way to live is to follow a principle of live and let live, which means that no person on this planet has the right to bring forth their negative opinions, their negative emotions, their negative thoughts, and place them on another person's life. Because every man on this planet, every man, woman on this planet has the right to live their lives as they see fit, if it's not hurting themselves or another person. Everybody has the right to have their own thoughts, opinions about whatever they feel, because a feeling is a feeling. However, we do not have the right to place and control another person's life if they are not harming themselves or anybody else, which begs to bring forth a very, very valid, sincere truth, I would say, to the people who are dictators or are governing or are in some way in control of different societies, you do not have the right to purposely manipulate or control your people. That keeps them from living their lives, being happy, being one with themselves and the people around them. You do not have that right. For example, Fidel Castro. I hope that you see this. You are a Leo and I am a Leo. So if you see this, you will know exactly what I'm saying, and I'm using you as an example. You started a revolution in your country of Cuba that was supposed to be for the better. Once you got in control, you became a ruthless, vile dictator that was hell-bent on manipulating and controlling your people to the point of degradation. That makes you a vile, malicious person that should really be killed. If you can't change your ways, and you have proven that you can't change your ways for over 50 years. If you are in control over certain decisions as far as governing your people, you should choose those decisions wisely, because it is to the greater impact of your societies. And you should be working for the betterment of your societies. And that brings me to my own government, the United States government, who has viciously made many decisions and kept so many secrets from their people, doing things behind our backs, controlling, manipulating, and doing it in a very smart way, but it's wrong. And I hate you for it, because you were created for a better purpose, and yet you are doing things for a malicious purpose. And however small the maliciousness you think it is, a sin is a sin. A wrong is a wrong. A small wrong is still a wrong. A big wrong is still a wrong. A white lie is still a lie. And you have told many lies. Many lies that some we know about and some we do not know about. But because you've lied once, that I know about for a fact, that extraterrestrial beings do not exist, I have a problem with you. Just as much as I would have a problem with a person who I just met lying to me. I would not trust them. I wouldn't be able to trust them unless they earned my trust back. If a friend lied to me for whatever reason, I would have to decipher and figure out the reason for them lying, and then decide whether or not I wanted to keep them around me after we had a discussion about it. So because I can't discuss what I would like to discuss with my government, I am seeing you as one person who has told the biggest lie to my people who I'm connected to for years and years and years, since the 40s, since probably before that. You know that extraterrestrial beings do exist. You probably have had contact with them, yet you choose to lie to us and to tell us that what we see or have seen in the sky is something else. A weather balloon, a flare, something. It's always something. Well, you can't tell me by any means that what I've seen is a flare or anything else to that nature, because I know what I've seen, I know what I've experienced, and I know exactly who they are and what they look like. So if you want to know, and I'm speaking to one particular person right now, Oprah Winfrey. If you want to know what I have seen, because you're involved in a greater purpose than even what you thought your purpose was. If you want to know what I have seen, what I have experienced in a great deal of detail, and see the footage that I have filmed, which I plan on getting more because they want me to film them. They want it to be known without a doubt that they exist. You will be the only person that I will speak to, because out of every news anchor or person in the media, you are the only person that millions of people on this planet would trust to go to and get that information out. And so I am saying this to you because of who you are, because of who you've proven yourself to be, and because these people, these beings, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, and they above all want us to know that they exist. And in us knowing that they exist, we will be able to see that our governments have been lying to us. And if they've been lying to us about this, what else have they been lying to us about? That is what they want us to see and understand. So, to every person watching this, please send this video out. Please forward it. Please share it. Please get it out to whomever you have in your email list, who you have in your Facebook, because it is the most important thing probably on this planet that has happened in a very, very, very long time. And wouldn't you like to know that with factual proof, we are not alone? We are not alone. I'll say that one more time. We are not alone. And if you won't send it for that reason, send it for this reason, because I want to take this opportunity to get a message out to my son, whom I haven't seen in 6 years, and who I miss with so much of my heart, because without him I feel like I have a hole in my heart, and it's like having a piece of you ripped out. But my son Deontay Prince Shackelford, hey baby, I haven't seen you in a very, very long time, but I want you to know that I think about you every day of my life. And on your birthdays, I celebrated every birthday, and I think about you and hope that you feel my thoughts and you feel that love that I have for you, and that you know that even though I haven't been able to see you or be around you, that your dad does love you and care for you and misses you at a great deal. I have done everything in my power to try and find you, but unfortunately that has not been possible. So I'm hoping that this message does go viral and it does get to the people that it needs to get to. Trevon's family, the people who support the Trevon effort, the people who share in the dream that Martin Luther King had. He had a dream that one day we all could live and be together and hold hands in a peaceful union, that we all could respect one another's thoughts, feelings, and opinions and agree to disagree, but give other people the respect to live their lives as they see fit, because it's their lives and they have that right. And Michael Jackson wanted to heal the world through his music. He wanted to see that day come. So to Katherine Jackson, I would like to meet you as well, because there's something great that I must say to you and to Paris. Thank you very, very much for watching this. Deontay, I love you with everything inside of me. And with this video, I hope that one day I'll be seeing you soon. I love you, and to everyone that is on this planet watching this video, a new day is coming. Dark forces have been trying to do things that would shape the world to be what they want it to be. But now I have a great deal of hope and belief that the world is going to be what it needs to be and not what these forces want it to be. So to all of the dark forces that are trying to manipulate and enslave and control, Lauryn Hill had it right when she made her Unplugged album. And if you haven't listened to the lyrics in her album, listen to it and know that every word she was saying is true. So, to all of you, have the best life you can, living and loving who you are, and not worrying about what another has in their opinion of who you might be, because it doesn't matter. And regain that hope and that faith, that dream that Martin Luther King had is possible, and it will be possible, because a new day is on the horizon. Thank you for watching.